Have you ever noticed that nothing you accomplish feels like it's enough? What's going on, everyone? And to be honest with you, I wasn't even sure if I was going to make a video today. And it's funny, the conversation that I'm about to have, I actually had it with my buddy Josh about a day or so ago. And at that time, he thought that I was burning myself out. And I knew that I wasn't. I knew something was bothering me, but I knew that I was not burning myself out. And so when I woke up this morning, I was taking my dog for a walk, and I still couldn't shake this feeling. And so I forced myself to go to the gym for a little while, get a little workout, and I figured maybe that would clear my head as well too. And by the time I left the gym, nothing had changed. I was still feeling like this internal struggle inside of me. So I decided to go sit with this for a little while, and I took my dog to the woods where we normally go on the trails and everything. And after I sat with what I was feeling for a while in the woods, I realized that I kept having these visions and conversations in my head. And there were conversations with people that haven't yet existed in my life yet. And I'm talking about, future podcasts, future interviews with people, future speaking events that I'm building and working towards. And finally, by working through a lot of these emotions, something inside of me started to tell me something that it finally hit me, that I wasn't comparing myself to anyone else, and I wasn't burning myself out. What I was actually doing was comparing myself of that day to my future self, and by having that realization, it actually inspired me to want to film this video. And then I started to ask myself, well, how many people actually do this to themselves? Like, most people may tell themselves, like, oh, when I finally make it there, or when I finally buy this house, or if I finally make this much money, and you give yourself these goals, then I know I'll made it. And right there, I realized that it's a pattern towards those external achievements. But what happens is it doesn't automatically change the internal habits. And so think about that for a second. Like, you can become incredibly wealthy, and you can still have the mindset that you're broke. You can become incredibly successful, but yet you may still doubt yourself every single morning. And then something kind of funny happened to me, that the moment I realized all of this, I instantly became incredibly excited. And I wanted to stop everything I was doing. Like, I still had my classes I had to make it through. I had work that I had to make it through. I had meetings that I had scheduled. And I instantly wanted to just throw all of that away and create this video. And I wanted to forget all of my responsibilities. I just wanted to grab this camera, and I felt compelled to make this video immediately. And then I started to laugh at myself because, again, I realized something else important, that I was about to repeat another pattern. And that pattern was I was about to let that adrenaline legitimately make my decisions. So instead, what I did was I slowed down. I had to handle my responsibilities first, and only then did I come back to film this, because I did not want that level of excitement, kind of running my life anymore. I wanted my values to show more importance. And then, as I was getting ready to start filming this, it reminded me of something that I've been reading right here in this book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And one of the ideas it explores is that many of your thoughts and behaviors actually become automatic through levels of repetition. Now, whether you agree with every single idea in this book or not, it made myself question something, that how many of my daily decisions am I actually choosing consciously? And how many of those decisions that I'm making are simply old patterns that I've repeated so many times? See, that old pattern would be you comparing yourself to maybe tomorrow or a year from now. And then another pattern is once you find that level of passion and that direction in life, how many of those decisions are based on that level of adrenaline and not being present in the moment? It becomes automatic. And so what I started to realize is my future self should inspire me, and it shouldn't judge me. Because if I spent every single day comparing today's progress to how tomorrow's imagination might be, that I would never appreciate the person that I'm becoming now. And that goal in life is not to stop dreaming about that future success or that goal or buying that house or whatever it is that you're working towards. And that goal isn't to stop chasing that level of success on how you define it, but the goal itself is making sure that your internal growth keeps pace with that external success. Because if your mindset never changes, that finish line will constantly keep moving forever. And so maybe that the greatest achievement isn't like that house or the promotion that you're working towards or having a set amount of money that you have or the recognition that you're going to get through everyone else. Maybe the greatest achievement is becoming somebody who can finally receive those things when it is presented to you without needing another finish line ahead of you. And I'm hoping that this video, made you stop and think. And please leave a comment if it did. What's one pattern that you have noticed in your life that you're finally becoming aware of? I hope to see you guys on the next one.